Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful autumn wreath and talk about some of the supplies that I used. Let's get started. I'm starting with this 18-inch grapevine wreath. I have floral wire. You can also use twist ties. They can be different colors. It all just depends on how you want to conceal those. Some heavy-duty scissors and wire clippers. A wreath hanger. I really like the green leaves of this 6-foot garland and how it has hints of these warmer tones and reds. This garland was $20, and be sure to check your local craft store for any seasonal discounts or coupons. I really like the detail of this mossy floral stem, which was $6. This floral stem that I found has such a beautiful combination of these smaller berries, some medium-sized in the warm orange and red tones. It's got these larger fruits, and I liked some of the leaves in case I want to use those, depending on how much yellow I want to add. I like the detail in this white floral accent for only $2. Here are some pine cones from some local trees. These are some gorgeous pheasant feathers and some turkey feathers, which hold some meaning for me because my dad enjoyed hunting. You'll want your trusty hot glue gun. Depending on how much greenery you want to use in the wreath, I have a small leaf and large leaf eucalyptus. And I'm going to mist these with this gold metallic spray paint. I also have some curly willow. If you have any of these things locally, that's awesome. If you have any local trees that have berries that you want to try and you aren't too worried about the longevity, I would just suggest that you try drying those out beforehand to see how they hold up. Give yourself plenty of space to work. First, I'm going to place this green garland. You want to think about the flow of the wreath. When I found these feathers, I discovered that I want this to flow clockwise, so they aren't sticking out opposite, so that'll be up to you. I'm finding the main branches to connect these two. Depending on how full you want your wreath to look, you could make 2 wreaths out of this garland. I want this to look really full, so I'm going to go around this twice, or cut and reposition the pieces. Next, I'm going to start working on this large floral stem. Some of these may pull apart. Others, you may need your wire cutters. I'm going to set apart these larger fruits so I can position those more compositionally toward the end. Same with the leaves, I'm going to set these aside for now. What I want to look at first are these medium-sized berries and decide how I want to space out the reds and oranges. I want this to be more dimensional, so there's some depth to it and interest. So some of these can stick out or up. I'm going to go ahead and start securing these, and then I'll work with these smaller berries. Here are some smaller leaves too. The more you can weave and tuck these, it'll be easier to secure. Unless you're going to put these outside, make sure everything is very secure. That took some work to get everything organized and secured. You're also going to want some needle nose pliers. This is a little bit hard on your hands, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten. I ended up having quite a few pieces left, and now I'm ready to add some of these pieces. And again, I'm going to space these evenly around the wreath. And some of these could be positioned toward the inside, so it's a little bit more spontaneous and random. At this point, before I add any more accents, I want to see this fuller with more greenery. So I'm going to go ahead and spray some of this eucalyptus and some of this greenery to tuck in and fill in areas. As I was spraying these, I decided to fully coat the backs of the leaves and the seeded. Next, I'm going to work in the smaller eucalyptus, and I've got 3 pieces, so I'm just going to space those out evenly. Next, I'm going to work in some of these large leaves. I'm going to use fewer of the bright yellow leaves. It might look a little strange spacing these out evenly, so I'm just going to space a few closer together and see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and place these small leaves and have them just peek out. Now I'm going to position these fruit pieces, and I know I want the focal point to be about right here and the bottom left based on how this is going to hang. Next, I'm going to add more white with this accent. And these will continue to add a little bit finer textures. I'm actually placing these closer to this other fine mossy detail. They look like they go together. I'm going to add some of these smaller berries. Now I'm going to insert some of these feathers. If anything is looking too patterned, feel free to take some of the pieces and move them around. You may want to alternate pieces, some being on the inside and others on the outside. Every once in a while, it's good to take a step back and maybe position some of these a little bit closer together in areas. Now I'm going to place the pine cones. This large one came with the floral stem, and I think I'm going to want that as the focal point here at the bottom left. And I'm going to have to wire this one on. Some of these smaller ones I'll be able to hot glue with more glue at the base and a touch point or 2. I'm just going to space these out because maybe there are some holes that need to be filled. Just see how things rest. Alright, this is looking so nice. Here are the pieces that I had left. To finish the project, I used a few coats of this matte UV resistant clear coat, and hopefully this will give us a better chance of our wreath lasting multiple seasons. I hope you enjoyed following along. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to get notified when I post new content. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Take care.